You're watching Hosting Love and Fostering Hope, a 9-family connection forever family special.
Since the coronavirus pandemic began, so many have faced unimaginable challenges. And when you talk to our youth in foster care,
COVID has just hit me personally really hard. Depression is something that I battled since I was a child.
Children, teens, and young adults, some of those in our communities who were most vulnerable already, they are really struggling.
They mentioned things can happen again, that they might kick us out.
With no one to come home to.
I've never done online schooling. All these classes were meant to be in person.
Trying to find resources.
In this time during COVID, I lost my job.
And with the dreams they worked so hard for being crushed.
All the things that I was looking forward to for the past 4 years is just completely gone.
They feel alone.
This disease overwhelmed the situation and exacerbated.
And while there are many out there, agencies and volunteers working to help them.
Embrace families and my support system, my little tribe, my community. Seeing a face, having someone that knows you, that cares about you.
Unfortunately, a lot of times there's something else they need.
In foster care, we have a lot of mentors, but we don't have a lot of parents. So that's the most important thing.
These children need a constant in their lives, someone who is there for them unconditionally. And that is precisely the role of foster parents and host homes.
Foster parents are the lifeblood of our system. And through 2020, by the way, have just been incredible.
However, there are not enough foster homes for our children in care, leaving many, especially teens and young adults, in shelters or group homes with no connections or ties to fall back on during the holidays and year-round.
Now, as much as ever, we need people willing to step forward and accept one of our children into their home.
I'm Martha Sagowski, and just like everyone else, most of this year has been about uncertainty, shuffling between being back to work and working from home, also doing school online with the little ones, taking care of those who mean the most to me. And now, as we've gathered around our holiday tables, even if it's just with our household, one thing is certain: having a family is everything. But not all children have that, a parent or a home to call their own. Children that have been removed from their home due to abuse, neglect, or abandonment and are waiting for that situation to improve so they can return safely to their biological families, find a relative who can take them in, or they may be waiting for a forever family to adopt them. Having a foster parent can make a tremendous difference for children in care, and that is even more apparent now during COVID-19. We paid a virtual visit to some of them to see how they're making a difference in the lives of our children, including Sarah.
Now you can click it. My name is Sarah, and I am a single foster mom. I specifically take in sibling sets, especially boys.
Allowing the two brothers that are currently staying with her to live together. A baby boy is staying with her at the moment as well.
A lot of kids in care need to have a sense of consistency and knowing what comes next.
Their daily schedule includes active breaks, schoolwork, and an afternoon walk where they get to open up.
Fostering the need is huge, and if we don't have foster homes, a lot of the children do end up in shelter or group homes.
As opposed to having a foster parent of their own to help them make sense of things during these uncertain times.
Our foster parents make such an incredible difference in the lives of our kids, especially now with all that's going on.
Somebody they can bond to and attach to, which is crucial for emotional health.
I think applying structure and routine has really helped.
As he juggles work, school, and play, Jonathan brings them the love and care all children deserve.
It's going much better than I would have expected. We as a family take a walk. I've been taking family conditioning classes through live video.
And doing everything in his power to keep their case plan right on track.
I have not treated any of the kids that have been in my care any differently than if they were my biological child. I fight tooth and nail for every service that they should be receiving.
As we continue to adapt to a reality that is constantly changing, we know that our community will need more of us to step up and foster.
Because we know the need out there to make sure that we have well-informed and equipped families to better able to take care of our children that are coming in from their challenging situation.
Including making important decisions about their education.
With kids going back to school, the decisions on whether a child goes to school physically, virtually, tell us a little bit about that.
Our kids have been, greatly impacted by, the pandemic, and it's created additional loss for them. Now Our caregivers are really tasked with having to figure out what that learning option is going to be.
Foster parents like Dee Dee.
We don't want Christiana to regress. So the best way for us to support her at this time is to continue with the schedule we had set during the spring.
Dee Dee helped me a lot. That's how I was able to get my A's and D's.
She will have her little workstation set up, good internet.
So the support from just her foster mom and in a short amount of time has changed her.
Absolutely. That relationship with her foster parent is the paramount relationship. The individual who is with a child day in and day out has the ability to create the biggest impact in their life.
What's the need for fostering right now?
The need is great. Far too often we're seeing our children in non-family like settings. Again, our kids get better when they're with foster parents, when they're with a caregiver day in and day out, supporting them and encouraging them to be the best versions of themselves.
My education matters. Foster kids, they deserve a second chance. And I hope someone would give that to them.
And you can now actually train to become a foster parent safely without leaving your home. Find out how right after this.
Have you been injured by no fault of your own? Bogan Munz & Munz has over 40 years of experience representing clients in all types of injury cases. Call or contact us at boganmunz.com.
At Collis Roofing, we stand behind every new roof with workmanship and a warranty you can count on. Ask about our low monthly payments with interest as low as 0%. Right now, get new gutters for free with every new roof in the color of your choice. Ask your estimator for details. Discover why more people choose to use Collis Roofing. Schedule your free estimate today. Stop in, give us a call, or visit us at collisroofing.com. collisroofing.com.
The frigid terrain of an untouched winter. Underneath this blanket of snow, a mystery awaits to be... Whoa! The Acura Season of Performance event is on now. Don't miss it.
Visit your Central Florida Acura dealer for attractive offers on the MDX.
Over the years, Ultimate and I've had the privilege of hosting many different people at our home. Politicians of both parties, sitting presidents, future presidents. And the conversation I've always had with them is this: what are we doing for the helpless, the hopeless, the powerless? During this pandemic, some of those doing the hardest work have been treated the very worst. My mission in life and law is simple: for the people, not the powerful. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Welcome back. As you now know, it is imperative that more of us step up and open our hearts and doors to care for those without a family. That is why our partners at Embrace Families found a way to make sure those who were interested in enrolling in their foster parent training classes could continue doing so while keeping social distancing protocols. Here's how.
With COVID-19, it was never a question of if we would continue training, but how. So we kind of corralled together really quickly.
Knowing how dire the need is for foster families here in Central Florida, Embrace Families moved their training online.
So this has been one of the amazing adaptations through the pandemic, is we were able to convert our foster parent training onto a virtual or online platform. Through the training process, we've been able to adapt in the 2020 year of adaptation and convert that into an almost completely virtual or online platform. And the families love it.
It's been really great that we haven't had to put a halt on our training, that we've been able to continue.
Savannah and her husband Jesse were scheduled to begin training before the lockdown and are now embarking on this new journey.
My husband actually has 2 adopted sisters from China, so we've always had a heart for adoption, and we started learning more and more about the need for healthy and just safe foster families for the families in Orlando. And so we prayed about it, and we just felt like it was a way that we could help our community by providing a safe space for kids while they're waiting to be reunified with their families.
They're committed to learning and are getting ready to really provide a safe space for the children.
It's been really cool to learn that Embrace Families isn't just about learning about the do's and don'ts of foster care. They've really delved into understanding what it's like to parent kids who have gone through trauma.
And there's a lot of things that you don't really consider because you haven't been in that position, but you learn through training.
A lot of the information is also available online in a portal that they can actually access once they're a part of the class. And they're able to have a real dialogue and exchange about the questions they may have as it relates to real world experiences and how to be better equipped to take care of the challenging needs of the children that comes into care.
We still have to create that sort of social work assessment and personal relationship, but much more convenient for our families if they're able to stay right in their own home and learn what it takes to be a foster parent.
It's going to just be a whole new experience, but we're really excited.
Excited that they will be able to provide children the support they desperately need.
You're navigating through missing your bio family, but at the same time trying to connect with your foster family, and it's just emotionally taxing, but if you have the right person to navigate you through that, it can also be a great learning experience on resiliency and independence.
So keeping an eye on our community's children is important, and having enough foster parents is crucial, not just for young children, but for youth in their journey to adulthood as well. The bonds that are created in those relationships turn out to be a lifeline as they enter those crucial transitional years, connections that can last a lifetime.
When I was 13, I was taken out from my biological family's home. My mother had passed the year before. My father was abusive.
And that is how John landed in the place he now calls home.
When John first came to my house, I told him, this is your home, not my door, day or night. If you need someone to talk, I'm here for you.
It's a privilege to see John grow from the person that he was when he first came here.
Coming here really kind of changed my perception of other people, really opened my eyes to the fact that people really can help others just for the sake of helping them.
Traditionally, on the day of their 18th birthday, that child was out of foster care and expected to transition to adulthood. That's crazy. And so we have extended foster care past the age of 18.
When John turned 18, I could see he's not mature enough to be on his own. We decided, I said, John, your bed is here. I don't think you're going nowhere.
A decision that proved to be life-saving.
With the schools and things shutting down, I think I would have been very alone. It would have been very different from what I have here.
I'm happy because, I see the young man he become.
Just like we would provide in the lives of our own children, making that transition to adulthood.
There are lots of kids out there that really are in need of a loving environment and a stable home, and a lot of them haven't even had a chance to experience it.
A community that needs to grow so every child has the opportunities that John has had.
So having a loving foster family after you turned 18 is super important because foster kids most of the time have come from having people that they feel like they don't care about them. So having a loving foster home is kind of like recouping all that hurt and pain that you've had previously and getting over those traumatic experiences to become better people ultimately.
Coming up, an opportunity you may not know about to help other young adults like John and Diamond that is a bit different than being a foster parent, but that can be just as impactful. All that when we come right back.
The frigid terrain of an untouched winter. Underneath this blanket of snow, a mystery awaits to be... Whoa! The Acura Season of Performance event is on now. Don't miss it.
Visit your Central Florida Acura dealer for attractive offers on the MDX.
Join us in celebrating our freedom and the huge reopening of Fun Spot America, where we practice safe, clean fun on our coasters, go-karts, and rides. Thank you for 22 great years in Central Florida, where our promise to you is every day we practice safe, clean, fun. And we live by the golden rule, by treating others the way you want to be treated. At Fun Spot America, it's huge!
At Skylight Roofing, we take pride in what we do, helping to repair or restore your home's roof. Whether you need a small roof repair or an entire roof replacement, we complete most jobs in just one day. And our team of roofing experts will guide you every step of the way. Yes, we're everywhere. No matter where in Central Florida, our team is standing by. Residential or commercial, we've got you covered. Schedule your free inspection and ask about our free solar-powered attic fan. Before, during, and after a storm, we'll be there. Visit skylightroofing.com to get started.
Hi, I'm attorney Dwayne Terry from Rubenstein Law, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 10, you have a right to safety. Many businesses have a duty to keep their properties safe from violence. This applies to apartments, shopping centers, and other businesses. They may have to provide appropriate lighting, secure windows, gates, as well as on-site security. At Rubenstein Law, we offer a free evaluation of your case if you or a loved one has been assaulted.
For all these rules and more, go to rubensteinlaw.com.
Welcome back. So you now know what a foster parent is, the steps to becoming one, and how important it is for a child to have one. In fact, you've already met some of the foster parents who are caring for our children in our community. Now, these are the stories of some of those who are making life-changing connections for our young adults by becoming host homes. A host home is when a volunteer family or adult welcomes a youth to stay with them while they're in extended foster care, a program for young adults without a family between the ages of 18 and 21.
We've been able to really enhance the opportunities for older youth. We can now extend foster care past the age of 18.
And that is the opportunity Allison had when she moved into her host home.
Just recently I asked her, I says, you came to stay with us for 3 months, but you stayed for almost 3 years. Why? She says, because you treated me like family.
After their sons moved out of the house,
It got a little lonely around here.
the Morgans decided to fill up their empty nest.
It just takes a little bit of courage to step into that fray.
It was pretty much on our hearts that this is what we wanted to do no matter what.
Shortly after, they were matched.
And we did the introduction and we met the young lady.
And we had a spreadsheet and went through all of the different things at which she would expect. So after an hour and a half of discussion, we pretty much come to the conclusion altogether that maybe this would be a good fit. So she moved in with us.
And it was a great fit.
I was thinking, okay, I'll teach her how to cook. I'll teach her how to do her laundry. No. She already knew how to do all those things.
When they come out of the foster system, they need somebody who will provide the support of a family.
The joy, the laughter, what you see out of her now, it's like, oh, it is what we want for all our foster youth.
She moved out at 21, but the Morgans still felt like home.
She came to all the family events and birthday parties and stuff like that as a family. And so she never really left us, even though she wasn't living with us.
To have that solid foundation back at home, even if you've left, even if you don't physically live there, is critical for our kids.
So at 24, Joe and Tracy decided to adopt her.
She was so excited. She says, can I call you Mom and Dad? You just have no idea what that meant. We're just thrilled to have her as part of our family.
Becoming a host home is ideal for people who don't have the time or can't take on the commitment that a younger child requires. Plus, while brief one-on-one guidance is provided, there's no training required. And just so you know, the young adult's rent is covered by the state through a monthly stipend, so hosting is not a financial burden to the family. And as you saw, it can be very rewarding. In fact, so much so that the next couple, retired Central Florida police officer Jonathan and his wife Tawana, have hosted so many young adults that there's a pretty good chance their holiday dinner table will be full for many years to come.
When I first met him, I was like, you sure you give out tickets? Because he's just so nice. And then when we started working together and we saw the need and we saw so many kids fail once they aged out of the foster care system.
That is when they decided to team up in life and love and become a host home together.
We went from a 3-bedroom home to a 4-bedroom home to a 6-bedroom home. to 2 homes. I would call them a and hey, do you have availability for another child and another child? As more kids kind of found us.
Because with them, they found a sense of belonging.
Someone who they could count on, that makes a world of a difference.
We wanted more like a family unit home. See us interacting in positive, healthy relationships. That's what they are missing sometimes.
And even as they leave for college or work, just like any young adult would, they sometimes come back.
All the time.
All the time. And we're full for Thanksgiving. They're still part of our family.
I can tell you, if kids that age out of the foster care system have an intact support system, they can be successful.
And they have the stories of the children they've hosted as proof.
We have so many success stories. One graduated from FAMU.
One of our foster daughters is in medical school.
Is in medical school to be a doctor, a pediatrician. Giving not only kids a housing option, but almost a forever family. If you could save one person, her whole lineage can change. She's going to marry a different kind of guy. She's going to live in a different environment. Her kids will be educated a different way. So, I mean, that's the reward, knowing that you not only affect one child, but you can affect generations to come.
And when we come back, more inspiring stories, more futures reshaped through love. Stay with us.
Magazine? Bottle of water? Popcorn? Ottoman? Need anything else?
Wow, that's friendly.
Friendly, that's keeping it frank at Sunstate Ford. Every new vehicle comes with our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty. Only at Sunstate Ford.
We basically closed our country as the pandemic swept across our land, killing mostly our elderly and ill. You see, life is precious. But think of this, medical malpractice is the 3rd leading cause of death in America. 400,000 deaths a year. That's 2 jumbo jets crashing every single day, and yet not one news story or warning. And that doesn't even count birth defects or nursing home injuries. In times like these, you can count on us. Morgan & Morgan.
Stay connected with the PhotoShare Friends and Family Smart Frame. Simply send photos and messages from your phone with the PhotoShare Frame app, and your loved ones will see them magically appear. They won't need to log in. They won't need to check a text or an email. They'll simply enjoy the photos and know that someone special is thinking of them. The PhotoShare Friends and Family Smart Frame, a completely new way to stay connected.
At Stanley Steamer, we love homes. It's why we started cleaning them over 70 years ago and why we still continue today. According to the CDC, cleaning is a necessary first step of any disinfection process. We use detergents and cleaning agents to ensure that your home is prepared for whatever life brings in. Whatever home means to you, we're ready when you are to make sure your space is clean and that you and the ones you care about most are safe.
Oh, let me get that. Just being friendly.
Friendly, that's keeping it frank at Sunstate Ford. Every new vehicle comes with our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty. Only at Sunstate Ford.
Thanks so much for still staying with us. You've seen how much more hope foster parents and host homes bring about to the lives of children in and out of foster care. Next, a woman who's been kind of both. Carol has not only cared for children and youth from all walks of life, continuing to do so, nearly made it into her marriage vows.
My new husband, I told him on our first date, I said, I'm a foster parent. Do you know what that is? He said, yes. He went for it. He had to take the classes. He is also a therapeutic foster father, and we love it.
And loves the children so much that she usually stays in touch after they're adopted, return to their parents, or age out of the system, as she has with Danielle.
This lady here been in my life since I was 15 years old. She's like family. If it wasn't for her, honestly, I don't know where I'd be.
I love her like a daughter, and she reached out to me because she had things had not really been going good for her. She has a 6-year-old daughter, and she needed help.
I was sleeping out of my car. It was hard for me to go back to school. It was hard for me to even keep a job.
And she just hit rock bottom. So I reached out to you, Forever Family, and I was able to get some help, thank God.
Furniture, hygiene products, food, everything.
I like Mommy House.
Now Danielle can keep her daughter from landing in the foster system, as she did herself as a child.
I went through a lot in and out of foster care since a 2-month baby. It's very important to have somebody loving and somebody that you know won't go anywhere, because when you're in foster care, you're bounced around.
Teenagers especially are the ones that are at risk right now. We need teen homes very badly. And it doesn't take much to be a foster parent. It's about the love and the caring feeling in the heart that you have for a child who's in need. We want to get these kids out of shelters, out of group homes. We want to have them in a regular home, a loving home.
Whether they're among the many who have fallen on hard times this year, or whether they've managed to defy the odds, having someone to call family can make all the difference for anyone.
I think the message I would send to the Central Florida population is, let's try to bring that community to the most vulnerable people, youth aging out of foster care, these youth that didn't have families, that didn't have that social web to catch them if anything happens.
To rely on until this crisis is over and forever.
And what a remarkable legacy to be able to say that in the face of these challenges, I was someone who stepped up and helped a child when they needed me.
And this year, the pandemic has taught us so much about what really matters, about what is truly important, and about how much we need those we call family. I hope meeting these incredible parents and caregivers will inspire you out there to become one of them, inspire you to maybe host a youth or foster a child today and change a life forever. I'm Martha Sagowski. Stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy the holidays, and thanks so much for watching our 9 Family Connection Forever Family Special. To get more information about all the ways in which you can help, log on to 9family.com. Good night.